unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul and reawaken the undying light. On that day when the sky fell away, our world came to an end. In our eyes did a fading sun rise in the dark.
1 second, I'm finishing up breakfast and then we'll get started. Okay. All right. After all we've been through, it really should be no better than the worry. But as ever, the relief I feel upon finding you hale and whole in the royal menagerie was nigh and reduced me to tears. The warrior of light, victorious again. I should be surprised if some small part of you had not come to resent the title and the responsibilities that accompany it. You must forgive us if we call you a hero when you accomplish heroic feats. But as the warrior of light goes, so does the world. You should take pride in the good you've done, and in the good you've inspired others to do. You are a natural-born leader of men, and all these people weren't just following their commanders, they were following you. And you led them to victory, to freedom. Alas, not everyone could see the journey through to its end, but history shall remember them, and the glorious future they made possible. Can you believe it? We won! We beat the bastards! Sorry, got carried away there, didn't I? It's hard not to, you know? We owe it to the friends that we buried to shout out and scream and cheer with all of our hearts. I want them to know it wasn't for nothing, that it's finally over and they can rest in peace. You hear that, lads? We'll be alright. Oh, bugger, not again. I'm so bleeding happy I could cry. Hero of the Hour. I suppose I'll have to add Liberator to your titles. With the commander fallen, the remainder of the 12th chose to surrender to our forces. After 20 long years, it's official. The occupation has ended. But now the hard work starts. Though the people have had their fill of kings, there's no clear consensus on what sort of government they would prefer instead. Indeed, Father, momentous as the achievement may be, the road which lies before us is no less uncertain than the one we have walked. Aye, aye, if we can overcome 2 decades of oppression, I have no doubt we can find a way forward. Thank you for helping to make this dream a reality. Nope, down there. Downstairs. Further down still. For you to best Xenos, even after he harnessed the power of a primal, is a testament to your ever-growing strength. Not bitter to have had your vengeance stolen from you by another? There is some small regret, perhaps, but that's outweighed by the satisfaction I find in his death. I commend you. As should we all. Xenos is a monster and a tyrant, a man who killed my father and countless other of my countrymen. The world's a better place without him in it. I should also praise Master Alphino for his foresight and restraint. Had he not intervened, I might have had the pleasure of being reunited with, I might never have had the pleasure of being reunited with Haruko and his Lupin brothers. It was a timely intervention, full glad am I to not have been burdened with the guilt of killing my Lord Hien's most trusted allies. Indeed, my friend, indeed. Then Shirounds, in that case, I'd like you to come with me, back to Ralger's Reach. Not for a rematch or anything, sadly. I want to call the Scions together. I'll explain later. Are you leaving? Are you gonna leave the Scions to go and, to try and rebuild your country? I don't even know where to begin.
We've been through a lot together, haven't we? I can't thank you enough. There's something I need to say to you all. That is, if you have a moment. Good. You're all here. Good. Good. Thank you doesn't really suffice, does it? I'm grateful. Truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. But I know you didn't fight so hard just to hear me or anyone else say that. You fought because you wanted to help, because you believed it was right. Because you're Scions. Now, I'm obviously a Scion, but as Conrad left me in charge of things here, I also have responsibilities to Alamigo. When I put it like that, though, I realized I couldn't even pretend to be impartial anymore. So it seemed best to make it official. As long as I serve Alamigo, I can't be a Scion. It might be selfish and short-sighted, but that's my decision.
Am I to understand that you summoned us all, some of us still nursing wounds, to hear this?
You stole that.
Oh, I didn't,
Forgive me, Lise. 'Twas but a jest. But this I say with the utmost sincerity. Scion or no, we are comrades, now and ever after. Is that not so? There you have it. Come what may, you may count on us in your hour of need. We shall never refuse you.
Stola. Oh, gods. I swore I wouldn't cry.
There is no hug animation in this game, so unfortunately, no, they are unable to hug her. fish.
Come back here, you
I knew. I
slippery
told
little
it. I
devil.
knew it. I also read somewhere that he was alive, but I knew that
Think fishing
before
would be so difficult.
I'd seen it stated that he was alive. I just fucking called it. Like, you don't see his body, he's alive. That's just the
What
rule of
greater
things.
proof of a man's lingering mortality than an empty belly. A fate worse than death. Fie on it. To have arrived at the appointed place and time only to survive by mere force of habit. Truly, the Kami are not finished with us yet.
Clearly not, because you were able to monologue for like 10 goddamn
Precious
minutes.
fortune. How you test me with this wretched soul.
Oh, Yatsuyu's also here. They're just on an island in the middle of nowhere. This is indeed the work of either Shinryu or Omega. And since there is undeniably something down there radiating a massive amount of energy, we cannot very well be the late Viceroy's lap dragon. I think we have our suspect. Well, this is a mess of our own making, so it falls to us to clean it up. It won't be easy, but is it ever? Now comes the part where you say you've got no choice but to divert company resources and employees to this pet project of yours. Lost profits and belligerent clients be damned. Financial considerations notwithstanding, you have to admit there is an unquantifiable benefit in giving our people the opportunity to study such advanced technology. Oh? Is that before or after you blow it up to seal it away? Fine, but just But the moment I judge this little venture an unsustainable risk to the ironworks, I'm ending it. Savvy? And, to keep you honest, using my authority as deputy president, I've gone ahead and brought a consultant, a master engineer. Oh my god, it's Nero, isn't it? Is it Nero? Is it fucking Nero? You didn't. Yep, of course. Of course it's him. Yep. Why wouldn't it be? Come now, you mustn't build the expectations too high. It'll be less dramatic when I surpass them. Absolutely not. This is not happening. Nero told Scava, eager to begin his first day as a loyal member of the Ironworks team, looking forward to working with you, Garland, and also doing other things with you. Will you two just kiss already? She totally ships it. She ships it, and she just like, yeah, absolutely, I'm getting these guys together. They're my OTP. So fell the hunter, but what of the hound? So rose the children, but what of the father? Also on my off stream, I did all of the Ether Flow quests.
Come to see how we're getting on? We've made good progress since we took back Alamigo, but there's one big issue we still have to address. Leadership. The Domans had Lord Hien ready and willing to take the throne, but we've got no one like that here. Theodoric was our last ruler, and he wasn't called the Mad King for nothing.
Suffice it to say, our people have had their fill of kings, which means we need to find a new way forward.
If only it were that easy. Everyone and his uncle has an opinion. For the time being, we're just going to have to keep leaning on General Aldin and the Alliance for support, and see if we can't find a solution together. Something tells me we're going to be hosting a lot of meetings in the near future. But if that's what it takes, I'm ready to talk till my jaw aches. The Reach is yours, Nago. Don't do anything I wouldn't.
That doesn't cover that much.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Ah, there you are. I've been searching all over for you. Don't worry, it's nothing bad. That said, this might not be the best place to talk. Will you join me?
Did you have a voice actor before? Oh, I thought that was the end.
I'll get to the point. Might you be interested in a spot of adventure?
I mean, that
After
is
all,
what I do.
We were adventurous before we were scions, were we not? After routing the Imperials and liberating El Amigo, I reckon we've earned a bit of respite, don't you? And what better way to spend it than by returning to our roots? So, what say you? Shall we call on Alphino and go adventuring?
Twist my arm, why don't you? I want you to fresh for our little adventure. Wait for us by the Aetheryte. We'll be along shortly. See you there. Talking to Wedge in Rhalgr's Reach. There we go. Hey, gods, you're here. We need your help. In case you haven't heard, we've set up operations in Rhalgr's Reach while we look for Omega. It's been decidedly slow going, I'm sorry to say, and we still haven't seen the blasted things that disappeared during the battle with Shinryu. Which is not to say that we haven't made any progress. We know now that Shinryu ended up in the Imperial's hands, and that it was shackled with some very distinctive-looking bindings when they found it. Obviously, you only know what could have done something like that, and the fact that restraints were still functioning suggests it didn't shut down when the chief instructed it to earlier. Anyway, we're getting close to identifying Omega's whereabouts when we encountered what you might call a problem. Mayhap it would be best if you come to the workshop and saw for yourself. Surprised? Aye, so are we. He's been brought in as a consultant, believe it or not. I mean, I'll believe it. How many times do I have to tell you, you will play no part in this investigation? Your motives were dubious from the first, and nothing you've done since has served to make them any clearer. Out of necessity, I agreed to take part in Omega's activation, but that will be the end of the extent of our cooperation. Passing judgment without due consideration, openly disparaging colleagues, not very chiefly of you, Chief. All of you know I am a sensitive new recruit who thrives on encouragement. Then I trust you'll thrive elsewhere when I encourage you to piss off. I will not have him on our roster, Jesse. Never mind anywhere near our work. His employment is to be terminated, effective immediately. Thing is, Chief, we'd already paid him in full, and it wasn't exactly a pittance either. 4/5 what you get was the agreement. Look, whatever disagreements you might have had in the past, the fact is we could do with his expertise now, so let him earn his keep at the very least. I don't believe this. You claim my wholly justified ventures represent an unsustainable risk to the ironworks, and then pay him a sultan's ransom in advance. Him? Give me strength. This has been the way of it for a while now, on account of which we've had to put the investigations on hold. Let's investigate by ourselves. As much as I admire your enthusiasm, hero, you will not get very far without some brains to complement your admirable brawn. Happily, I am blessed with the how do I pronounce that? Surfeit of the former? And excuse me, I'm very smart. I might not know how to pronounce surfeit, but I fight with a book. Clearly, I'm smart. You use a gun. Or a sword, I forget, it's been a while. From this moment forth, you shall be my chaperone, with the realm's savior watching my every move. I couldn't possibly make any mischief, which would surely serve to allay my employer's concerns. Forgive me, it was not my intention to embroil you in this mess. I didn't even know you were here. Seeing as you are, though, I cannot deny that I would be glad to have you on board. The fact is, we're no closer to understanding the true extent of Omega's powers. Even if it were damaged during its encounter with Shinryu, it seems highly doubtful that we'll be able to disable it unaided. We have got as far as identifying its resting place, but I, for one, would feel a lot more confident about surveying the area with you to deal with any unexpected surprises. Might I persuade you to lend us a hand once more, old friend? Then it's settled. Chief, we have a problem. The etheric concentration levels at the Yon are soaring. Our readers doubled from the one moment to the next, and by the time we check them, they've doubled again. That could only mean... Evacuate the site. I shall handle this matter personally. Biggs, Wedge, I need you to meet me at the Yon. Go to south of here. That's where we believe Omega came to rest. Jesse, hold the fort while I'm gone, and, if possible, continue surveillance from a safe distance. Alright, Chief, watch yourself out there. Am I to stay and mind the shop, too? Oh no, I'm not letting you out of my sight, but before you fill the room with maniacal laughter, I want you to remember something. When you collected your inexplicably lavish fee, the Ironworks Creed became your creed. That's freedom through technology, in case you've forgotten, not supremacy through Allagan ingenuity. Breach this contract, and I will have my pawns of your flesh. I'll have my pawns of flesh? Isn't it awns of flesh? Whatever. Before we go and do, let's see. I need to make more glamour sets. I not see this earlier? This is pretty huge. What in the seven hells is going on here? Veritable sea of condensed ether. Oh, precious! Our precious has been busy. What villainy is this? Oh, it's Dragon Dad! How have you been, Dad? In slumber sweet have I lain since mine offspring's war with man did end, yet I could not choose but stir at this abhorrent stench. Have care, mortal, for within this great hollow lieth Omega. Long have we known one another, our histories spanneth eons and stars. So Omega's not just a machine. Ah! Oh gods, what's happening? Oh, are you from the Mystery Dungeon world? Is this like a portal to other realities? Get out of there! You're not dead? Apparently not. It passed straight through me, as if it were some sort of illusion. 'Tis one of Omega's creations. Omega is a weapon wrought in a place beyond the reach of thy kind, capable of weaving aether into life. That serpent's yet unfinished, but doubt not that it will become a corporeal threat ere long. Also, everyone's just listening to the little chibi dragon I summoned out of nowhere. No one's like, and who are you? Well, whatever it is, it's gone. While this peculiar thing remains... It looks like a chocobo, and Quez like a chocobo. I'm thinking it's probably a chocobo? Sorry, from the Mystery Dungeon world or the racing world? The way it quests isn't unlike a chocobo, but it looks more like a stuffed doll to me. It's definitely a chocobo, trust me on this. The ones we Lalafels ride are about that size, aren't they? I suppose. Let's go with chocobo for now. Midgard Somer? Okay, I was about to be like, hey, Dragon Dad, can you explain things? Thy mistress's blessing extendeth not unto this creature's soul, then. Very well. As this matter concerneth Omega, I shall speak with it in thy stead. Aren't you going to introduce us to your little knowledgeable little dragon friend? Yeah, this is Midgard Somer, daddy to all dragons, and my best friend. The Midgard Somer, who fought and fell at the Battle of Silvertear Skies? And here I was, content to be traveling in the company of just one legend. Without wishing to offend you, hero, the Father of Dragons does have something you do not, that being relevant knowledge. There's much we could learn from him. Little and less is known about Omega's origin. It first appeared in records dating back to the Third Astral Era, before the Eorzea Empire reached its zenith, and said records had but one thing to say: Omega activation successful. In the centuries that followed, the Eorzea enjoyed rapid technological development, but there was nary further mention of Omega until its capture of Bahamut. Its existence is a mystery among mysteries, a tale among tales. 'Twas always assumed the Eorzea built it, and I had no reason to believe otherwise. But now Midgard Somer tells us it's not even of our world. Just so, it haileth from another star. More than that I will not say. Yeah, because Dad really likes being cryptic. I have spoken with this being. It telleth of a strange plane beyond this hollow, wherein it did reside from the moment of its creation. For reasons unknown, it was ordered to fight, yet being weak, it chose flight instead, and thus crossed over into this world. Ordered to fight by Omega? Why in the seven hells would it do that? To put its creations to the proof. If you would know more, go forth and look upon the truth with your own eyes. You say we should jump in? Vominos, you can lead the way. You have naught but to fear from the fall. The hollow hath become a portal to Omega's domain. Once there, this being shall guide you. Servant of Hydaelyn, fate bindeth me to Omega. If it be thine intent to pursue it, I shall lend thee my strength. Meaning you're gonna become Large Dragon Dad and fight with me? So, you can really show us around inside the hole, can you? Well, I doubt any of us imagined things would come to this, but the Father of Dragons has given us assurance. Let's take the investigation into the yawn. I've already appraised Jessie of our intent and instructed her to have our engineers on standby. Since we have no way of knowing what awaits us there, I need you to be ready for anything. Are you? Let's begin. No one's just gonna ask why why Dragon Dad can't say more. I like how we're all faded except for the Chocobo. What is this place? What's wrong with us? I can see straight through me. Welcome home, Alpha. Welcome, mortals. I am Omega. I have awaited your coming. I communicate with you now via one of my monitors. You stand in the rift between dimensions, where a vital experiment is presently in progress. Your participation is appreciated. Please indicate your consent. Experiment? If you want our participation, you'll have to tell us a little more than that. We're disappearing. Non-participating entities will be summarily erased. Please indicate your consent. Seems we can't even exist here without Omega's leave. I think it's fairly clear what we have to do, don't you? Chocobo, what should we do? Yep, I trust him. Thank you for your cooperation. You are provisionally assigned to the Alpha Group. Feels very Digimon in here. It's like some matter of tower or egg. The aim of the experiment is to determine the mightiest being in creation. To that end, 89 candidates have been selected and recreated. They are grouped by dimension, matched by strength, and pitted against one another. That which you identify as a chocobo is subject Alpha, and you have been assigned to its group. This assignation is tentative, however, pending an assessment of your fitness to serve as fully fledged test subjects. Your combat capabilities will be evaluated shortly. Combat capabilities? You mean you want us to fight? Affirmative. A course shall be constructed for this purpose, through which you must attempt to find your way. Your suitability will be confirmed upon reaching the Deltascape test world beyond. Please note, however, that only entities with existential authorization may interact with objects in the rift. Of your number, only Alpha has this as present. Before you may engage in combat, said authorization must temporarily be transferred to you. An invitation from Omega itself. Not even I could have foreseen this. We're accepting it, of course. It's preferable to summary erasure, I'm sure you'll agree. Alpha, was it? My colleagues and I are minded to participate in Omega's experiment. Will you transfer your authorization to us? Existential authorization transferred. Subjects ready to engage. Please begin at your own convenience and proceed as directed. I'm not telling you what to wait. Stay sharp. Where do we go exactly? Help if there was a path. I think this floor moves. Aha! Let the fun begin. Hang on a second. One of those creations, shall we show our strength to it? Maybe. Hang on a second. Let me wear my... all this Digimon stuff has me realizing. Frame rate's all over the place. I'm not surprised. The bit rate is a bit shit right now. I could try restarting the stream. protected by some kind of barrier. Barriers are my specialty. I'll have this down before you know it. This is my kind of battle. Jeez, something's happening with the cube. I'm gonna do a life form, a hostile one at that. How do you know it's hostile? Okay, that's... It wasn't hostile till you mentioned anything, Nero. Alright. Some kind of teleporter? Oh, give it a try. Someone's eager. Come on, let's follow. This is very Digimon. Yet another model. I'm ready. Are we gonna do the thing? Swap over yellow flavor carbuncle. Got him. And on we go. Another teleporter. Moving along like clockwork. You know, no hesitation. Well, of course, we're mortal. Woo. Structure ahead must be the Delta escape. And or 2 monitors in the way. 10 Gil says there are more cubes too. Stay focused, we're almost there. This time you get a monitor as well. Missing, you know what to do. I should think I'm most qualified to tinker with these toys. Have care, I sense a formidable presence. Never one for half measures, eh, Omega? Midgard Somer, were you and Omega a thing at some point? Oh shit, oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh fuck, oh damn, oh god. Damn it. I choose to believe that Midgard Somer and Omega used to be an item. Let me restart my stream and I'll see if that fixes the frame rate. The bitrate, I mean.